welcome back, everyone. It's that time of year again when we talk about the Salsa Challenge, and it takes center stage. And I'll tell you what, it is just so much fun. With me is Tim Wilhite. And Tim, thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having us. I appreciate it.
And first off, tell me, this is your 11th year.
That's correct. It's our 11th year doing the Southwest Salsa Challenge, and it benefits the Hemophilia Association. Hemophilia is a blood disorder that kind of affects the clotting times of the patients that it affects, so it can be a pretty grueling disease. And what this association does is raise money for the benefit. And this is one of the biggest benefits that the Hemophilia Association does for Arizona. So we want to welcome you guys all out. It's on Saturday, March 25th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. There'll be parking. It's at the Tempe Beach Park. It's a new location, so for those of you looking for us at the old venues, come on out to the Tempe Beach Park. And we'll have a great time. We've got live bands, we've got grilling going on, we've got salsas. And
great salsas.
Absolutely, yeah. Great salsas.
And you actually have been making salsa for a lot of years, too.
I have been. Since about 1994, I've been making salsas. And then come last May, I kind of took it seriously and started jarring it so you can pick it up at AJ's if you like mine. And I got a little recipe here for you viewers, so run and get a pen and paper because we're going to make a quick salsa recipe here for you.
Okay, good.
So you can enjoy this by the pool. So
you're going to teach us how to make some of this.
Sure. If we got time real quick, what we'll talk about is we have two 28-ounce cans of whole peeled tomatoes. You just flash blend those up real quick and get those to a nice...
So you blend up the whole peeled tomatoes.
Just get them chunky, you know what I mean?
Nice and chunky.
Little small can of diced green chilies.
Diced green
chilies. Put those in there. One jalapeno diced up real fine.
Ooh, yum.
Here we go. And then we have a half cup of cilantro. We'll just put that in there like yay. We have a half cup of diced green onions, scallions, some people like to call them.
Yes, those are yummy.
And then we have our fresh yellow hots. We're going to use 2 of those. You know what's better than making fresh salsa yourself?
What's that?
Is if you don't have time to do it yourself, pick up a jar of mine. It's just as easy, huh?
Yeah, there you go.
A little bit of garlic or garlic to taste. A little bit of salt. And then we'll stir that up.
And is it better after it sits for a while?
Absolutely, because the chilies get to ferment a little bit. The cilantro, you got to just cut the cilantro because you got to get that pungent smell from the cilantro to come out.
I love the cilantro. And if you want it mild or a little hotter, of course, you're talking about more jalapenos, is that it?
Well, you know, I like to use the yellow hots. The yellow hots seem to have a better flavor and they give you a better consistency. The jalapenos can just put a lot of heat in it real quick. So try to experiment with the yellow hots, would be my suggestion.
Yellow hots and the jalapenos. Okay, and also when you're using those chilies, I was just wondering, do you cut up the seeds in them and everything, or do you take the seeds out?
I use the seeds and everything myself because you want to get the full flavor of the chili and you don't want to leave anything out.
Yum. Okay, good. All that good stuff. Now, how many contestants do you expect at this year's competition?
Well, I tell you, this year at the Southwest Salsa Challenge, we expect over 70 recipes coming out to compete. And again, it's March 25th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. So we want everybody to come out. We have a parking garage at the U.S. Airways parking garage on 3rd Street and Ash. And that's $5 for parking. It's $10 at the door to get into the Salsa Challenge. And we have bands playing, like a good friend of mine, 4-Car Garage, the Chadwicks, and people like that all day. So it's going to be a wonderful event, good family event. So come out and hang out with us and visit Salsa Tim Mateo. We'll have a good time.
Oh, this will be fun. And I have to say, I tried this one, and he poked his head around the corner, and he says, "That's the really hot one." It was really hot. I went,
I was going to open the water for you.
Jan tried it too. Our eyes were watering. And so this is the more mild one up front here. Is that right?
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay, good. Okay, this one my husband would love.
We're going to leave that for you.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Tim. It's going to be a lot of fun out there.
It
I hope
is.
you raise a lot of money for the Hemophilia
I do
Association.
too. Thanks for having us.
Okay, thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
And still to come on Arizona Midday, learn how you can become a volunteer for one of the biggest events of the year. Plus, we're putting your pasta to the test. See what brands can really make your meal.
And I agree with him 100%. All right, it is 7:11. Don't go away, because when we come back, we are taking you across the street to a place called Sylvia's, where Marty is enjoying some chips and salsa. And speaking of salsa, if you're in the mood for some good down-home salsa that you can find right here in the Valley, our food critic Nikki talks about what everyone should put out on their dinner tables next. I'm excited about this next segment because we are talking about one of my favorite things in the world, chips and salsa. And Marty is across the street at Sylvia's and also talking with Nikki about her picks for the best local salsas.
Yeah, no surprise, Tara. A lot of great salsa made here in Arizona. A lot to choose from if you're at the grocery store. We're going to do a little taste testing for you and tell you maybe what you want to steer towards. And Nikki is joining us here at Sylvia's, one of our favorite places over at Channel 3. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here with us this morning. Well, I guess when you went to the store, the choices were just
the choices
unlimited.
are incredible.
Yeah.
If you go to a place like AJ's, you know, they have everything you can imagine.
Right.
Many also not from Arizona, but I thought it would be really fun to concentrate on Arizona salsas because we're right in the heart of the Southwest, and why not do what we do well?
Right.
And see how it turns out in a bottle. You know, obviously
Okay.
we wanted to talk about how good restaurant chips and salsas are like at a place like Sylvia's La Canasta, but when you can't do that and you've got visitors from out of town or you want to impress them in some way, can you go buy an Arizona brand salsa and kind of do a little better than maybe with Pace or, you know, some of the other
this is
typical
standard
brands.
ones. Yeah,
Exactly.
all right, well, let's start
Okay.
over here.
This one is called Timoteo, and it just has three basic varieties. It's made in Glendale, actually. It just comes in hot, kind of hot, and not so hot. This one, Sting and Linger, and I liked this, but I will tell you, I had tasted some of the hotter ones first, and it's hard to taste, but I'm going to try it again, and I thought it really was pretty good.
Okay.
Definitely more flavor than you're going to get out of a typical store-bought. This one I adored. I tasted this one last night. Liz just said, I don't like fruit in my salsa. And if you don't, you may not like this, but it's pineapple. I love the name.
You know what? I'm sorry to interrupt you, Nikki. They keep saying that you have your mic turned upside down. She's wearing a lavalier mic, you guys. So that she's not holding, it's a okay, all right. I'm sorry, Nikki. They just keep in my ear. Okay, go ahead. And I'm sorry to interrupt.
This is one we want to talk about. Sting and Linger. It's out of this world. They make a lot of different flavors. The name is very apt because there definitely is a sting and it stays on your tongue. The pineapple, if you do like something a little bit sweet, it's incredible. It's just a medium heat, but it feels a little hotter than medium heat to me.
Okay.
But I loved it. They also make a black bean and a flame roasted.
Okay.
This one, habanero, this one is called Tuxedo Chilies, and it's won a lot of awards. And they are made in Prescott. And this one is the habanero, which of course is going to be very hot, and it is hot. It's going to kind of burn my tongue for everything else.
Okay.
They make a verde salsa, a roasted green chili, and garlic, which everybody says is awesome, and a mild black bean and corn. The next one down the list is T&D's Now That's Salsa, also made in Phoenix. It just comes in real simple. They keep it simple, hot, medium, and mild. We brought the hot. It is, and it's got a lot of oomph. I liked it.
Okay.
It's a nice,
I like this one. This one is one I buy a lot.
Nice, simple salsa.
Okay.
Next one down the list is Arizona Cowboy, also made in Phoenix. This one is fun because they make a lot of interesting things if you want to impress people, like cactus. This one has cactus in it, Nopales cactus. They make one that's tequila bean with lime. They make one that's whiskey, Arizona black bean, habanero, and salsa fresca. It's very fun.
Okay.
The last one, and everybody knows
Of course.
is Go Waters. And you know, they do make a lot of different fruit lines. This one being ruby raspberry, they make Mojave mango, paradise pineapple. They're kind of good like as a condiment with meat. You know, that's what I think the fruit, that's what the fruit
Good
salsa is really
idea.
good at. But they also make a hot one too. And in the back, we just wanted to show you, if you're gonna go all Arizona, you can also find Arizona made chips.
Some great chips.
Old Town Tortilla makes a mixture of them. The ones that all the store people that I called raved about were Vegetas, and that particular one is hummus jalapeno.
Okay.
And then over there, Now That Salsa makes some nice corn chips as well.
Okay.
You know, you can buy every one of these at AJ's, but you can also get Arizona brand and Go Waters at Devlin's Marketplace, which is out in Chandler. You can get a few other things. Sprouts carries Sting and Linger and the Vegetas chips. Whole Foods carries Now That Salsa and Vegetas chips.
Okay.
And so we're going to put this on the web if you get confused and people can find out. But every one of these you can find at AJ's.
All right, Nikki, thank you so much for that. And we should mention Sylvia's, which of course has great restaurant salsa. If you do want to do the whole restaurant salsa thing, they can get a container like this one to go. This is $2.89, and then you can get a large bag of chips for $3.89. And they sell their tortillas too, so there's another option for folks if they're looking for the restaurant salsa. Nikki, thank you so much. Sure. Tara, the problem was we started trying, and after about 2 salsas, our tongues were completely numb. We couldn't taste anything.
Yeah, everything was blending together. All right, Marty, thanks very much. Well, staying in...
Well, some like it cold and others like it hot. really hot. The taste buds were jumping today at the 22nd annual Southwest Salsa Challenge, held for the first time at Tempe's Beach Park. More than 70 competitors prepared their mild and hot salsas right at the site. 15,000 people were expected today, and organizers were ready with beer, margaritas, music, and much more.
2,700 pounds of chips and 910 gallons of homemade salsa.
And it's all gone by now. Celebrity judges, including 12 News Today anchor Scott Light, dipped in for a few samples. The grand champion wins a trip to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. The other big winner today, the Hemophilia Association of Arizona, which receives all the proceeds from the event. So you're not into the salsa? You're kind of grimacing there.
No, I was. I'm into the salsa, but did you see that guy? He was just like spoonfuling it.
He's been helping.
Yeah, I have to put it on like a tortilla chip, or something. I can't just eat it straight like that. Yeah, it's too much. I'll have indigestion problems later on.